Don't force it. Become attractive to it. Use power instead of force, or attraction instead of pushiness. Resorting to force is a sign of weakness. True power does not have to coerce, persuade, manipulate, convince, or excessively promote. It attracts by beauty and truth. People try to force making money, force relationships, force sex, force attention, force information. But they'd expend much less energy by becoming attractive to whatever it is they want. There's a video on YouTube called Kulning, Ancient Swedish Herding Call by Jonna Genton. It has over 5 million downloads to date. The woman in this video does not use dogs, sticks, and shouting to herd cows. Rather, a beautiful singing voice. The lesson here is this: if you want to achieve things in life, study attraction, attractor fields, and attractiveness. Every single thing you want in life is attracted by something. Many people ask me about attracting money. Money is like the cows in the video. What attracts the cows and what attracts money? You might object, well, cows are living beings that can respond to attractiveness. Money itself is lifeless. But nothing is lifeless. Everything is energy and has inherent qualities. If you study money markets long enough, you'll realize that money likes to gravitate toward certain people, places, and things, and stay away from others. And you get your money from living beings. And it is these living beings that are either repelled or attracted by your product or service. So what's attractive to those who give you money? What is unattractive? Once you study that and find it out, you'll never be lacking again. And to find out what money magnetically gravitates toward, simply observe the flow of money in the world, or the flow of your money. The same thing applies to finding love. People tell me they have a hard time finding the right man, woman, or relationship. Well then, what is it that would attract the right man or woman? The cow-herding woman knows which songs to sing to attract her cows. Which song do you have to sing to attract the right partner? If you're not attracting him or her, it's because you are not attractive to the person you want. And that doesn't only apply to looks. It applies to energy vibration, behavior, and emotion. To attract the right person, you first have to identify who the right person would be. If the cowherder could not identify which cows were hers, she could not start attracting them. The obvious answer to how to be attractive to him or her is to feel enough self-value within. If you feel like a level 4 and your ideal partner is felt to be a level 7, there's no way you will ever attract that person. Just like if you feel you're a level 5 boss, you won't attract a level 9 employee. And the cowherder could not attract her cows if she doesn't feel strong and attractive to them. In that case, she would have to apply force at the expense of her energy. So if you want to easily attract a level 7, then occupy a level 8 consciousness. It all comes down to self-improvement. People who say the law of attraction doesn't work usually say so because they've had a hard life where everything had to be forced. But that's not a happy or particularly effective life. Forcing a relationship would be akin to rape. Put differently, if you don't believe in the law of attraction, then you believe in rape. Now that sounds extreme, doesn't it? But if you follow that line of thinking to its end, that's what you arrive at. If you don't believe that you can attract money through attractive offers, then you believe in theft. Those are really the only two ways to arrive at money. Someone giving it to you voluntarily, or you taking it away from them by force or deception. So, do you believe in rape, theft, and extortion? Or do you believe in the law of attraction? Because the law of attraction is universal, it can be expanded to any subject. Let's take your beauty, for example. Some try to force beauty by having operations on their lips, nose, or breasts, which are often costly and painful endeavors. The results are often mediocre. Nonetheless, society has convinced itself that force is the best way to beauty. In reality, better external beauty could have been achieved by a better internal beauty in your thoughts and emotions. External force is only used in order to cover up or compensate for lack of inner power. If you feel you do not have inner power to attract natural beauty, you begin to try to force it with operations. You throw money at the problem. We throw money at many societal ills, hoping that an external injection of funds will fix them. But external fixing only works if things were already fixed internally. Decades ago, I learned of a guy who would visit a village in a desperately poor part of the world. The people there had to walk 10 miles a day to get water for their village. There he built a water pipe for the villagers. He thought he was doing good. A few years later, the water pipe was broken and nobody was fixing it. The villagers again were suffering of thirst. In fact, the thirst problem had gotten even worse because, having gotten used to getting water without going on the long trek, some were no longer willing to take the walk. What was missing? The will of the people to better their situation. So the guy returned to the village. He sought someone out who was willing to make sure the water situation is better. He found one who was willing to learn how to repair and maintain the water pipe, as well as willing to teach that to other villagers. And so they learned that a little bit of effort invested in the right thing went a long way in reducing overall effort over a long time span. You see, the helper could not force them to have a better water situation. The villagers had to be willing to have it of their own motivation. And if they didn't have that, it wouldn't matter how many times he came to repair the water pipe. Applying force only works temporarily. Sooner or later, underlying motives and intentions need to change. If there is no change in consciousness, history just repeats itself. While force can work, its scope is always limited in time or space. I can employ forced labor, but sooner or later they will either escape or bring me down. A much better approach would be to attract people who want to work for my company, who love working for me. The cowherder could force her cows to come to her, but it would take more time and energy, and the cows would be less happy. Whatever you want in life, look for the thing that attracts it. Everything in the universe is attracted to something else. In applying the law of attraction, 1. Identify something you really want. 2. Study what attracts that. And 3. Ask, am I willing to be, do, or have that which attracts that?